Hi guys, so now let's take a look at base 5 and base 6 and make some conversions in those bases. Same exact process. Okay, so let's get started. If we were thinking about base 5, we're going to start with base 5. Let's take a look at those manipulatives. Okay, so we still have our little unit, our little one's block, one's cube. There's so many different names for these things. We have our rod. Some people will call it a long, call it a this will be our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5's rod, 5's stick, whatever you want to call it. There's a million different names. And then, of course, into our next place value, we have, this is a 25 board because it's a 5 by 5, right? We take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by these, and we get to the next place value. So this right here is representing our 5 to the 0 place value, which is still 1. Here we're in our 5 to the 1 place value, which now has a value of 5. You can always count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here we're in our 5 squared place value, so this is like a 25 board. Okay, so same idea, just now base 5. Okay, we're dealing with powers of 5 now. So if I wanted to take 134 base 5, and again, there's that subscript, I'm going to do the same thing. I see that I have 4 units, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 3 in my 5 to the 1 place value, so 3 of these rods, okay? And I have 1 in my 5 squared place value, so 125, okay? And then if I add all of that up, I would say, okay, I have 1 times 25 here, which is 25. I have 3 times 5 here, which is 15. And then I have 4 times 1 here, which is 4. And if I add 25, 15, and 4, I get a value of 44. Okay, so 134 base 5 is equal to a value of 44 in base 10. And you could actually count all of these little squares, and you'd find that there were 44 of them. All right, so now let's take a look at another example. So let's say I wanted to do 342 base 5, okay? Well, if I look at this, I see I have 2 units, or and then I have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 strips, and 3 mats. So many different names. So if I want to figure this out now, I'm going to say, okay, I have 2 times 1, a value of 1, which gives me 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here my value is 5, so 4 times 5, which gives me 20. And here I have 3 that have a value of 25. I have 3 mats. They all have 25, so that's 75. And if I add 75, 20, and 2 up, then I get a value of 97. So 342 base 5 is equal to 97 in base 10. So now let's take a look at base 6, okay? So my manipulatives are, again, I've got my little unit. Now my rod, my strip is 6 long, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long, okay? And my mat is, of course, 6 by 6, right? Because if we had 6 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we'd be in the next place value, okay? So it's 6 by 6. I can even go to my next one. This is a 6 by 6 by 6 cube. Okay, this would be a 6 cubed cube. All right, but we're just going to stick with these 3 place values. So I've got my values written down. 6 to the 0 is, of course, 1. My powers of 6. 6 to the 1 is has a value of 6, and 6 squared has a value of 36, okay? So I'm going to move those up there. Let's say I wanted to convert 135 base 6 now we're in, okay? Notice my subscript is 6. So that means I need 5 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 3 strips, 3 rods, 3 longs, whatever you want to call them. 1, 2, 3 of those. And I need 1 of my mats, okay? So if I want to figure out what that value is, that means I've got 5 times a value of 1, which is equal to 5. I've got 3 times a value of 6, which is equal to 18. And I've got 1 times a value of 36, which is equal to 36. If I add all those together, 36 plus 18 plus 5, I get a value of 59. So 135 base 6 is equal to 59 in base 10. Let's look at one more example. Okay, so let's say I wanted to convert 342 base 6 to base 10. So if I look at this, I see I have 2 units, 4 strips, 4 longs, 4 rods, whatever you want to call them, 3 mats, 3 boards. Okay, so I've got all my manipulatives there. Let me spread these out. So that means I've got 2 times the value of 1, because we're in the units place value. 1, 2, 3, 4 times the value of 6, because we're in the 6 to the first place value, so that's 24. And then 3 times the value of 36, because this is the 6 squared place value, which is 108. So if I sum all those, 108 plus 24 plus 2, I get a value of 134. So 342 in base 6 is equal to 134 in base 10. And again, you could count all these, but it's so much easier to do it this way, right? But if you were dealing with young students, you might actually have them begin by counting all the separate little cubes just to make sure. So hopefully this is feeling pretty good by now, right? So keep practicing, do some on your own, make sure you get in a really good rhythm with it, and make sure you always have your table. This is so helpful. And you write your values up at the top, your powers of whatever base you're in. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Bye, guys.